And hello everyone. As usual, I'm late. Well, this time I was actually putting drywall on the wall. So it takes time. I have 11 tickets, so tell me two numbers and we'll check them. Let me start on the game. Six and nine. Let's see. Yeah. First one is nothing. Second. Second also nothing. Good luck next time. Is it focus on any? Yeah, here it is. So what can I say? 4 tickets in a row. Without any price. Next one, supposed to contain something, who knows? Let me check the sound. This is test. Alright, sound is working, as usual. So I did check the long play, and I did not finish even 25%? Not the whole game, this episode. It was less than 25%. It will become longer and longer and longer, so I need to spend 12 hours to finish it. It's very unexpected. Because usual Ace-Attorney games are not so long, but this one is super. Mr. Edgeworth, now all set, sir. I'll start investigating the crime scene. Then there might still be traces of gas in the room. I'll have to ask everyone to wait here. Very well, I'm counting on you. Good luck in there, Flatfoot. Flatfoot? Why? Hello, Cube. 12 hours for one single episode. This one. There are 2 more after this. Yamisuko is just like a detective. But that's what he is. Yes, Edgeworth here. Mr. Edgeworth, it looks like the poison gas has dissipated, sir. Was it Zarin? The famous Japanese gas? It was inside? And what broke it? Maybe a temperature went a little bit high and started evaporating? Raising much volumes of the gas, because when it's liquid it's... Wait a second, liquid. It was ice, next it became gas, but I think that gas takes more volume than ice. Supposed to? Detective, calmly explain the state of the Autumn Palace. Wait a second, Autumn Palace. It's supposed to be Winter Palace. What are you talking about? What's wrong? What's winter? Winter? There's no autumn. I mean, Autumn Palace is supposed to have 4 different figures. This one is Gemini and Taurus. Boss Winter. Is it a bug in translation, or it's already related to the case somehow? Looks like it's related to the case. Yes, sir. Our start with the exhibit. On the left, there's a statue with two people. On the right, there's a statue of an animal with two horns. Statue of two people and a statue of animal with horns. Isn't that the exact same thing I saw in the Winter Palace just a while ago? Also, the room is wet with water thanks to sprinkle system. When they say that the Asa sculpture is supposed to be just glass, then she was 64. Same temperature that upstairs. Well, I mean, in my physical world, not in the game. It also prevented the gas from harming anyone else. Sprinkle system. Don't they have fire in the room? No signs of a fire, and the fire alarm hasn't gone off either, so... Very strange. Sprinkles in this museum are the kind that detects both smoke and fire. If it detects smoke, it will send an alert to the security room. I think the poison gas might have set off the alarm in the security room, sir. Was there anyone in the security room at that time? The only one working here is the curator, Miss Catherine Holzer. She has been in the reception booth opposite the security room ever since the museum opened. It's Miss Hall turned on the sprinkles. Sprinkle system can only be operated manually from the security room, sir. If it had been automatic, it would have spread water all over the exhibit. And the system is manual, the situation can be examined, and the exhibits moved if need be. Yes, there would be more priority on the exhibits in the building, only museum. It's way too cold in this room, sir. Isn't it supposed to be the Autumn Palace? It feels more like the dead of winter in here. Autumn Palace is cold? It's also kinda strange. Checked that thermostat earlier and it was set to 27 Fahrenheit. Couldn't believe it. How would the Autumn Palace be set to the same temperature at the Winter Palace? That's about all I know for now, sir. If I figure out anything else, I'll give you another call. Let me see. I'm counting on you, detective. And who is in charge of this? Catherine. What did Gamma say? He said it feels more like winter in the Autumn Palace. Don't get it. Haven't been able to enter the room personally, but it should be possible to look inside after the police have finished investigating. I'd like to know what it's like in there myself. Isn't there anyone else who knows about the incident? There's someone? That's friend, right? Friend? Though he's such a nuisance, you have no choice but to listen to what he has to say for now. Wait, you mean... Oh, you're here too, Kane. You're looking as cute as ever. Long time no see. It's Lion, isn't it? Kane, right now my name is Loris. I'm an artist, that's why. So that's your pen name, Loris, the artist, formerly known as Larry. You really are a good girl, Kane. Nothing like edgy here. Larry, I have many things I need to ask you. Want this? Don't tell me you suspect me again in this gambit system. You're gonna say because I was first on the scene. Must be the culprit, aren't you? I never said anything like that. I only want to tell, I only want you to tell me what you saw. You said you saw something that no one should ever have to see. Did you not? What? I'm saying I didn't see nothing, and I didn't do nothing. Probably. Why? He didn't seem so confident at the end there. There's somewhat troublesome circumstances surrounding this man. The saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts, still holds true 26 years on. One could say his tendency to attract trouble is legendary, since he's done something troublesome without even realizing it himself. I just have to try and extract the truth from him. But of course. My goal is to expose what Taylor is hiding. I hope this system was removed from the next 3 games. However, I didn't see nothing. Like, they removed, added only as DLC this blowing system when I was actually blowing the console. Didn't see nothing. I didn't do nothing. Larry is an extremely restless and troublesome man. Until he cools down, I'll just wait and see. Just ask him about his goal. This isn't something I can't handle. I'll finish this quickly. Why did you come here? What was your purpose to come into the art gallery? What? Are you saying that I don't belong in an art gallery? Hey, if you're not gonna talk, hold that pose so I can paint your portrait. And then I'll scribble all over the portraits I drew of you. Larry, the statement you just made is full of problems. Is your agent, and that the case? Is all my statements? Something serious. It was an unnecessary statement. You must read my opponent's reaction and feelings and strike with the right words. So that was right already. I was just joking. I would never scribble over my paintings. Of course, they're works of art, after all. I don't think any of your works would qualify as art. Don't look down on me. There are people who recognize my skills as an artist. Namely is my girlfriend, but it's really my paintings she fell in love with. That's why I'll sketch anything my girlfriend likes. Then why are you here on your own today? So what? Can a guy with a girlfriend spend some time alone? I think not. Mandy said she is a Gemini, so she'll be happy if I show her a sketch of it on our next date. But he's supposed to be in winter room, because Pamphlet says that Gemini is inside the winter room. You really have that much confidence in the sketch? Well, I'm not so confident about this one. I thought she would be happier if I did a sketch of her astrological sign. I see, that's just like you. To impress Mandy, you came here to see the Gemini sculpture, didn't you? What? How do you find out? Because he just unknowingly told me everything. Well then, I'm not saying another word from now on. So I decided to remain silent. In that case, I'll be more relentless in the question. I shall find out what he was doing here at the art gallery. I'll expose his true motives. They shouldn't take long. Just what did you do in this art gallery? That Clara. Don't really remember anything. Didn't have a pamphlet, so just potter it around the fountain patio. Don't they give you a pamphlet at the reception booth after you pay the admission fee? Huh? Oh, that's right? So the admission wasn't free? Don't tell me. You sneak in here without paying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do anything bad. Just, there was no one in the reception booth. That's why I thought you could come in here for free. Miss Hall wasn't at the reception booth? Everything pins on here actually, everything. Yeah, it didn't look like there was anyone on the other side of the desk. I was thinking of it, Ganshu did say something about that. Miss Hall was busy activating the sprinklers from the security room. But how sprinkles can help against gas? Put him in jail already? I think he'll never be in jail in this franchise. Because of the incident, she had to leave the reception booth. Okay then, she went to all the trouble to open the place. Wait a second, he actually sneaked in. Next went into the room. Next there was gas, and after that there was sprinkle system. And now the art gallery star attraction, the Winter Palace, is completely ruined. You're suddenly well informed about the Winter Palace for someone without a pamphlet. The Winter Palace is where your goal, the Gemini sculpture, is located. Had your sights set on the Winter Palace from the beginning, didn't you? What? How do you find me out again? That's right, my goal was to save the Gemini sculpture. From the very beginning, the Winter Palace was the very reason why I came here. You confess quite easily. You can never tell anything with this man. Next, I'll ask for further information regarding the Winter Palace. He may still have some fight left in him. Usually fight means just wait and see. I'll watch his reactions and extract the information I need. Oh, 3 of them. What did you see? Larry, did you see anything in the Winter Palace? Still hung up on that? I said that I didn't see anything. I started to think that it wasn't such a good idea to come to the art gallery. I need to leave soon to meet with my girlfriend. I don't have enough clues. But of course. Did you enter? Larry, did you also enter the Winter Palace? What's with that look of distrust? Sure, I tried going in, but you couldn't get in? You tried to go in, but you weren't actually able to, right? Yeah, that's about right. I wanted to go in, but then that old geezer collapsed. I was a little freaked out. Should I wait? But I'm not gonna talk, I'm going back to my kitchen. Wait. I failed. I was too passive now. Repeating this shit. So you couldn't get in because the victim of the poison gas collapsed. Yeah, he fell right out of the Winter Palace. I'm sure the victim emerged from the Autumn Palace. If it were for that poison gas incident, I'll be in there sketching the Gemini sculpture right now. I must have mistaken the Autumn Palace for the Winter Palace. That aside, it seemed his goal was to sketch the sculpture. This should be a useful clue. You came here to sketch the sculpture for your girlfriend, did you not? Don't think you would give up that easily. Even after the victim collapsed, you could still see inside the room from the outside, right? Well, I may have gotten a tiny glimpse, but there's no evidence that I saw something scary in there, right? My, I'm disappointed it turned out to be this simple. Larry, you saw something scary at the crime scene, didn't you? Can you read my mind? In that case, there's no point in keeping any more secrets from you. You just told me everything of your own accord. It was a complete waste of time, but finally it's checkmate. I had my eyes fixed on the Gemini sculpture. You mentioned the Gemini sculpture many times now, but I don't believe the sculpture you saw was the Gemini one. What? Was it a miracle then? I mistakenly thought he saw the Winter Palace. This piece of evidence showed that Larry already saw. This? Take a look at this pamphlet. In the Autumn Palace. Yep. Cause I've forgotten how to pronounce this. Let it be some pieces, because I'm not going to say it. Capricorn, Aries, and Aquarius sculptures on display. Actually, let's check, let's waste our time to check the correct pronunciation of this piece of shit. Google Translate said this is Pisces. Pisces? Or why the heck? Pisces. Again, this stupid spelling. When I can be E or can be I, and makes no sense. Pisces. What about C in the middle? Incidentally, I can confirm that the Gemini sculpture is located in the Winter Palace. Therefore, the sculpture you saw could not have been the Gemini one. Oopsies? I knew it. Expect him to be a bit more shocked than news. So that was kinda strange. I know I saw a single goddess. And that transformation was no mirage. Transformation you saw? See? You're curious too, Edgy. Well, nothing for it. Guess I'll have to show you the sketch. What was? Aquarius? It was supposed to be. In this case, on the right, supposed to be Pisces, but maybe it's Aries. Who knows? Well, someone who played this game knows. Show me. What exactly? I drew a picture of the very scene I saw back then, but I really can't believe what I drew. Picture? What picture? This one, right here. You made a progress in sketching? It's actually not a sketch, it's in color. What? What is this disturbing picture? Let's Sculpture weeping tears of blood? Zarin for sure. Boris, this picture is scary. Okay, it scared me too. Gemini sculpture suddenly transformed into a goddess right before my eyes. It was goddess into Gemini. I couldn't help but scream. So the victim collapsing wasn't what surprised him. What do you mean when you say transformed? To try to understand it myself, the lower half of its body just turned into a fish. Pisces? What's going on? Fish goddess? That would be the Pisces sculpture, wouldn't it? In mythology, Pisces represents the fish. It's a goddess, and his son transformed into. Really? So Pisces isn't just a cup of ordinary fish? Actually, you don't think that sculpture is cursed, do you? Those tears of blood turn the Gemini sculpture into a fish. Preposterous. You simply mistook the Pisces sculpture for the Gemini one. We didn't know there was Gemini. I should say that. Put the sketch in your organizer. Even a sketch like this can be used as scrap paper, after all. How could you? But it's strange why it's only in the lower half of sculpture transformed. Uncle Ray is a bit curious about what went on in the Autumn Palace. Indeed, one if sound tempered with the Pisces sculpture. Yes, Edgeworth here. So Edgeworth finished serving their own. The poison gas isn't a threat anymore. You can enter the crime scene. Right, good work, detective. It seems we can enter the Autumn Palace now. Yes, timing, Mr. Detective. Let's go right now. I wanna see the Pisces sculpture. If Kay is going, I'm going to. Let's plan on bringing him along anyway. Right then, let's proceed to the Autumn Palace. So this is the Autumn Palace. Certainly it does resemble the Winter Palace. Been waiting, sir, huh? Aren't you that Harry Butts guy? Wrong, I'm Loris. I'm not trying to search how to pronounce this one, Dunham and Dunham. I forgot already. Never mind that, detective. The report, if you please. Roger that, sir. We discovered a used gas burner during our investigation. And also, was still warm when we found it, so it may be related to the incident. Was it used to hit something? Wasn't that ladder always there on the ground? It was probably used by the person who set off the poison gas. The poison gas was released when someone lifted the lid of that glass case, sir. That's correct. Pisces sculpture. Huh? Seems like you know about it, sir. Well then, do you know what the sculpture next to it is? Since we're in the Autumn Palace, it's probably being the Capricorn sculpture. Expected of Mr. Edgeworth. So that was Star Wars myself. I was thrown off as it was covered by the burned clothes. The fluorescent glow? I wonder what it's doing here. And it's from the IS-7 incident. What the heck is going on? No matter what it is or how it got here. No, because if you look closely, you can see the fish tail, top left. So it's not Gemini. Gemini is this one. But obviously they're like the same, it's like it was with the screen. They covered the plastic figurines with a cream. It's like the same, just slightly different. Sculptures in this room are all covered with this fluorescent cloth. And because they're hidden, it makes me want to see them even more. Let's take a look. Just get this cloth off. There will be nobody. Oh, they're beautiful! You don't think the transformation Larry saw was in fact the moment the clothes wrapped around the lower half of Pisces fell? See, Eiji? It wasn't a mirage or mistake after all. Hey, who else? There sure is something strange about this room. It looks exactly the same as the Winter Palace we were in just a moment ago. Yes, I agree. Perhaps sculptures were hidden to make it look like the Winter Palace. If you wrap the clothes around the lower half of the Pisces sculpture, it looks like Gemini. Capricorn is a half fish too. Hide the lower half and it resembles Taurus. We need two which couldn't be altered with trickery were covered up. The Autumn Palace was made to look like the Winter Palace, so it seems, Mr. Shells. It looks like we'll need to conduct an investigation of the Autumn Palace too. Mr. Devastator and Judge Courtney, let him be just the best. Despite actually, if there's E after the word best, you're actually supposed to pronounce it, I think. Hey, you guys again? This problem, you see, this is my crime stand. Mr. Edgeworth, it seems my power is insufficient. If you can, then it would appear that you still haven't understood my warnings. Furthermore, you know full well your reckless actions will cause trouble for that detective. In the name of the goddess of law, I must pass judgment. That's all wrong, pal. I was the one who asked Mr. Edgeworth to investigate. Well then, Flatfoot, I have to do that. That? Yeah, that. Right. Cut your salary. Looking forward to your next payday? I've always wanted to say that. Last person I won't cut in my salary upon. Hold it, the best. I'm only cooperating with the police as a witness to this incident. Peter Gumshoe is not to blame. So that's how it is. Well then, should I be raising his salary? No, that's not what I meant. But it would be really nice to get my salary raised. Your mercy is deeply moving, Sebastian. But past transgressions must lead to future judgment. Prosecutor Edgeworth and all his company depart at once from this holy site. But that's... he only just got here. The one given the goddess of law's blessing for this incident was Sebastian. In other words, Mr. De West is the prosecutor in charge of this case. That's right, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening performance is over. Besides, I already got my eyes set on the culprit. Who the heck is culprit now? Catherine? What? Who, Paul? Well, naturally, that artist. What the heck, why? Hey, what's going on, Angie? Don't ask me. Can't understand his reasoning. If you can't understand how the best prosecutor thinks, it simply shows how inculpable you are. Since he doesn't know what inculpable even means, I don't even know how to pronounce this shit. That's right, Sebastian. Prosecutor Edgeworth is quite incapable. Incapable. Yes, he's incapable. just nonchalantly corrected him. What? Don't underestimate my intelligence gathering skills. I just came from the infirmary and asked the doctor there about the cause of the poison gas. And what was the cause? Some normal substance. What was its name again? Hold on a second. Was it N2O? I'll call the doctor to make sure. But it's not poisonous. Since Sebastian is on the phone, I'll answer for him. Kinda interesting if it actually will be this one that you're using for whipped cream. For cream. We need it. In that case, why didn't you tell us before he called? The poison gas was caused by the mixing of two different types of chemicals. No, it looks like it's something else. The name are Normalium and Fatalium? What? So what are those chemicals exactly? Normalium is a red liquid that's commonly used in everyday products. What is this? They made up? Maybe I don't know something. Can be found in paints and detergents, among other things. It's not toxic by itself. Like bleach? So you're saying that it's substance readily available to anyone? Yes, but Fatalium, on the other hand, is not so easy to obtain. This name sure sounds dangerous. What's it used for? It is the active ingredient of a white pesticide known as Megatoxin X. Mega X? Thallium itself also has a deep white color. It's not readily sold in stores. It's nearly impossible to obtain domestically. In the United States, you can get everything domestically except prescription medicine. An official way to get it only by using some receipt. But pesticides, you can order it from some farmer. Right now we are looking into how this chemical was obtained. You actually can go to the farm and steal it if you really want to. Okay, finally found out the names of those chemicals. Hello, Warren. Judge Courtney has already told us. You don't need to hear it again. Fine then, I'll cut to the chase. Chase? You know that Normalium from the poison gas is also used in paint, right? Today, out of everyone who visited the art gallery, the only one carrying paint was that artist. Threatening me and the culprit just because of that. I object to the red paint on the palette you're carrying. Hey, Jay, don't you think this prosecutor is kind of an idiot? Indeed. Although I've only known him for a short time, his logic is always absurd. Hey, don't ignore me! That's alright, Sebastian. They're only doing it because they're afraid of you. Like the first star to appear at night. Show us reasoning that shines the best. First star shines best. Not bad. Hey, you guys better listen up to. That artist was the first to discover the victim, so naturally he's the best suspect. The poison gas was caused by Normalium, a chemical found in paint, right? As he was carrying paint near the victim, he would have the best chance. The paint, along with being the first witness, this pretty much proves he's the culprit. So, what do you think, Justin? I think we must skip to some other testimony. Cannot ignore the possibility. Well then, Mr. Artist, please tell us the truth. Did you leave red paint at the crime scene? Or else, did you cause the poison gas to go off? The only thing I leave behind is my bond of love with you. It's much what you say. My gavel is already prepared to declare you guilty. Is paying no heed to this man's statement. Okay, you guys, ignoring my reasoning just because it's flawless won't do you any good. Mr. Edgeworth, if you already admitted defeat, you should take your leave. Even though I don't really have time to deal with your ridiculous reasoning. Why the heck discovering Victor makes you a culprit and a suspect? The Duncan is supposed to leave the crime scene and return after several hours, not immediately. Indeed, at first glance, this man seems suspicious, however. At first glance? Oh, what mean that first all of a sudden? You, are you trying to steal my spawn as the star that shines best? Let's make me the best artist? Buddy, don't make this any more confusing than it already is. It's the best, continue your reasoning. No! The poison gas was caused by normalium, chemical found in paint. Yes, apparently normalium is used in many everyday products. Right, so the red paint is definitely suspicious. It's also used in things other than paint, right? Yes, you have a point. What do you think, Justin? That's right, normalium is also used in detergent, for example. In other words, might not have been paint that caused the gas. It's not true. Let me finish my reasoning. As he was scanning paint near the victim, would have the best chance. Even if paint is the cause of the poison gas, that does not mean he's guilty. Well then, if the paint is not the cause, that doesn't mean he's innocent either. No, he's just trying to sound clever. Thinking what Mr. Edgeworth says won't make you look cool at all. Please don't make my statements look bad. Now then, it's about time to wrap up my shiny logic. The pain, along with being the first witness, it pretty much proves he's the culprit. Do you truly claim that Larry's the culprit based on just that? You got a problem with that? If you have a problem, then present evidence. Mr. Edgeworth, looks like he really wants you to do that. And then I will do as he wishes and present evidence. Seems he doesn't pay much attention to what other people are saying. There's a clear contradiction in Mr. The Best's logic. Where? Might be why he even bothered making the phone call? Finish this quickly. It's a waste of time. What do we have? The paint alone? We need a mix of paints. And it's not this one. But seriously, the paint alone can be. Maybe I should show it to a previous statement. Okay, let's show it here. It's still not. What the heck is going on here? I thought the problem is that he's saying only about paint. Alright, let's see what do you have. The incident, the old one. We don't need it for sure. Our gallery pamphlet. No need. We interpolate photo. No need. Pisces sketch, maybe. Gas burner. Person clock. According to Mr. Schultz, this allows you to change the color of the clothes. Let's try it out. Only in this color. Clothes has started to glow. The clothes is glowing with a light blue aura. According to the detective's report, it was wrapped around the statue like that. This. So it would seem all this related to our case. In his statements, that artist was the first to scan the victim. The poison gas was scanned by Normalia. Okay, let's show it here. Looks like it's just the position where you're showing it. Yes, it's this one, but why it matters where exactly you're actually showing it? Mr. The Best, your logic is more akin to a shooting star than a shining star. Shines the best like a shooting star, right? May shine brightly for a brief moment, but then it burns itself out. The poison gas originated from inside the glass case of the Pisces sculpture. Exactly, so that's where the artist set off the gas, right? Here's the Normalium in his red paint. As your senior, let me give you one piece of advice. Listen to the explanations of others. The poison gas was caused by mixing both Normalium and Fatalium together. Normalium contained in the red paint is not enough by itself. Really? But I thought heard that Normalium caused the fatality. Tell me, you just misheard the forensic report. Darn it. By the time Larry discovered the victim, the room was already filled with poison gas. It is time for you to realize how incapable you really are. What do you mean by incapable? I tried to use that word earlier, and you still don't know what it means? It means to say you're lacking an ability. Incidentally, incapable has a completely different meaning. I get it. You're making fun of me again, aren't you? I'm merely saying you were incapable in your investigation. Before you insult Sebastian, I still have some doubts about your own statement. What kind of doubts? For all we know, Mr. Artus could have simply entered the Autumn Palace at an earlier time. That's... Moreover, do you have evidence that the red paint is unrelated to the case? The most important thing, though, is not the red paint. The red Normalium and the white Fatalium. Exactly how were these two substances mixed? I believe that is our main concern. Naturally, it was Sebastian's job to investigate that. Were it not for your interference, he would have found that out by now. I don't intend to interfere. On the contrary, I like to cooperate. Tell me, you are going to say you know the cause of the poison gas? How the poison gas started? And something that may shed some light on this matter. Sebastian, do not fall for his bluff. Come now. It's fine, really. Let's hear what he's come up with. If you say so, Sebastian. Come on, show us. How did the poison gas start? Sketch? Surely you're not saying that this was the cause of poison gas? Seems even you notice it. It really stands out. Those red tears, that's what I saw, were undoubtedly normalium. Huh? Wait a second. Those were chemicals. That mean a ghost set off the poison gas? Don't have time to play along with him. The red tears of normalium could not have triggered the poison gas by itself. That red liquid was mixed inside the case to create the poison gas. What? Just where do you see evidence that the chemicals were mixed? It can also be seen in the sketch. And the evidence. On the floor? A pink liquid can be seen flowing out from under the keys of the Pisces sculpture. There is proof that the two chemicals were mixed. Hold on a second, still don't get it. How now they show that normalium and fatalium were mixed? Since you have a self-proclaimed artist here, I'll let him explain. Waddy, you fancy yourself an artist, so you should know about mixing paint, right? What do you add to red to make pink? Take me for a fool, actually. Have you know I graduated from middle school? You add white to red to make pink. It's common knowledge. My question is kinda different. When you add white to red, you're just using it shade, but it doesn't turn into pink. Let me check. Let's see. Here's red, we are going to white, and it's not becoming pink. It is not pink. What the heck is pink in this case? Pink is not red. Pink is when you mix them violet plus white. Look at this. This is pink, right? And what are we mixing? The purple color. Purple. Purple plus white is pink. But not red. The red is not pink. Red is red. Well, maybe it has different name, I don't know. This pin that he's wearing right now, it's just very bright purple. On technically there's rose pink, baby pink, and several others. They're different pink colors. Blue tint. Looks like it. That's enough. Now do you understand, Mr. The Best? That's how it is. By mixing red normalium with white fatalium, you get the pink liquid. Yes, exactly. Took him long enough. I see. Looks like Mr. The Best finally gets it. Prosecutor Edgeworth, you have merely presented one possibility. Do you really know if the color was the result of the two chemicals mixed together? Furthermore, this sketch was drawn by the suspect. Get an investigation, let me check. Hold on. Tomorrow, just get on the delivery. Hello, the Dante. Tomorrow, yes. Actually, to whom I am talking? I think I'm talking to AI, because who is working at 8 PM? But of course it was AI. 4-hour delivery window, later day. Here's the link. They must deliver drywall for me, so we'll be able to install it, maybe on Friday. Saturday we'll be doing a tile job, I think. Actually, not tiling, but cutting the tiles. There's tons of work to do. And I still need to work at my regular work at the same time. I cannot put much faith into it. Just spending what I saw. How could that be a lie? Mr. Artist, I did not permit you to speak. So cold. That's part of your charm. Of course, I intend to bring the truth to light immediately. Could not be wise to jeopardize your position even further. Aren't you going to answer my question from before? How do you know that Mr. Artist did not enter the Autumn Palace? If you cannot prove this, there is no room for you to argue any further. Hey, can we find that out if we talk to the victim, Paul? The victim, Dane Gustavio, remains unconscious and in critical condition. That's right. Give him some oxygen. Then and Sebastian will be investigating the crime scene now. By the way, just thought about it. If you use pure oxygen, you can don't breathe for like 10 minutes easily without any training. So, why people who are going into some caves, underwater, etc., not using pure oxygen? Just breathe it once and wait for 2 minutes till the next time. But they're mixing it with, well, regular air or something. During some critical conditions, there must be some small case with pure oxygen that you can use and inhale like 2 or 3 times. In this case, it can potentially give you 30 minutes of survivability underwater or in some kind of cave. And you actually can buy it on Amazon, for example, without any problem. So why people are not doing this? Why are they risking their lives? Also, Sebastian will be investigating the crime scene now. All of you please vacate the premises. But he don't trust you to. If you were to take a stand in court, you'll cause a lot of trouble for the presiding judge. Is there something you would like to say, Mr. Artist? All your horses. Miss Cool Beauty. My name is Justin Courtney. It's don't address me by such a strange title. My father told me a name. Pleased to meet you, Justin. I'm Lawrence Donim, let it be. But you can call me Lawrence. Mr. Artist, please get to the point. Just remembered something I haven't had a chance to say yet. When I first got to this room, it was locked, so I couldn't go in. But then, that old dude just suddenly fell through the door. It appeared that the palace rooms can be locked from the inside. But just because you say it was so, doesn't mean the door was locked. Without proof, your statement holds no value. He is witness So whatever he's saying is the truth, without any evidence. It's already the evidence. Eyewitnessing is evidence.
Objection.
Well, why not let Uncle Ray prove it for you? After all, we can confirm the room was locked too. Right, Miles? Yes, I remember as well. The Interpol should be... It's locked up? That's odd. He already opened the museum. Until the gas outbreak, no one could have entered this room. Perhaps the suspect entered the room with the victim during the gas outbreak. As you can see, this man did not inhale any of the gas. If you examine his belongings, you'll find he wasn't carrying a gas mask either. And that's so. Well then, I have no choice but to agree. They'll find the gas mask inside? That was easier than expected. Anyway, I presume this clears up any suspicion surrounding Larry. Since Mr. The Best's logic was off once again. Wahaha. Well, exactly, I just didn't have enough information, that's all. Therefore, my reasoning was just before its time. She has a grand way of saying that things didn't work out for him. Why they're not asking where the proofs the door was locked? Because Rain, Raymond, the naturals, Miles, are witnesses, and eyewitness and here is not an evidence. In that case, there's one more suspect who was yet to take the stand. Mr. Artis, you're free to go. But I wanted to talk to you a little more, Justin. Our road. Could the manor leaves you call the manor leaves me mesmerized all the more? This other suspect is Catherine, pharmacist now. So Catherine will be a real criminal here, as I thought from the beginning. Pharmacist by the name of Delicious Scones, because she's the only one who can recreate the chocolate treasure chest. It will have been difficult for this artist to obtain the Fatalium from Megatoxin X. But a pharmacist? How the heck pharmacist can obtain pesticide? Farmer can obtain pesticide, but a pharmacist may have knowledge of how to do that. The court will now take a 10 minutes recess. Sebastian, it would be best if we brought you in quickly. Best if I brought you quickly? Sounds good, leave it to me. Hey, Flatfoots, keep up the investigation. Got it. Don't tell me, Judge Courtney suspected you from the very beginning? So Mr. The Best logic wasn't any help at all? Judge Courtney, just what is she thinking? To be continued? Spend this 1 hour. Really 1 hour? Right. She said it would only be a 10-minute recess. They should take in an awfully long time. Sorry to keep you waiting. Prosecutor The Best presents Miss Delicious Scones. Listen. You called? So here I am. It is I, Delicious Scones. Didn't change in 18 years at all. The pharmacist who makes delicious drugs. But you can call me Miss Delicious. And you can call me Mr. The Bestest. Nice to meet you, Bessie. Go straight to nicknames. Huh? That boy reminds me of someone. This is Miles Hedgeros, he's Gregory's son. Yes, sir. Nice to meet you, Miley. Would you not call me Miley? Meeting Reggae's boy. Guess it's a sign that I'm getting old. All of this woman. Sebastian, isn't there something you'd like to ask, Miss Pharmacist? Oh, right, yeah. Miss Delicious, can you tell us the reason why you came to the gallery? Yes, sir. I came to see the curator, Katie. I've been friends with her for 18 years, so I visit her quite often. Is it true, Miss Pharmacist, that you also assisted in the treatment of Mr. Gustavio? I guess you could say that, although I only made the antidote for the doctor. Oh, you made the antidote on the spot? Yes, sir. As long as I have the right ingredients, I can make any drug easily. The infirmary here is well equipped, you see. Instead of sending him to the hospital in critical condition, I treated him right away. I did all I could do. The rest depends upon his body's ability to recover. Do you know the victim? It's Delicious. Yes, sir. Although it has been 18 years since I last saw him. I only knew that he had become a world-famous pastry chef. The victim that famous? I only knew that he had won competition for designing desserts. It reminds me, I do remember his mentioning something about studying design in Shenfa. Now let's get down to business. Miss Pharmacist, are you familiar with that drug, Megatoxin X? Yes, sir. The drug that's used to kill those things. It's mega effective. Scorpions? I know exactly that for scorpions poison you need to go and buy it straight from farmers. Or go to tractor suppliers. How they call it. Despite they were saying that scorpions are around somewhere here, I did not see a single one. And when I was living in Austin, there were plenty of them on the third floor of apartment building. Because the effects are so potent, it's not available to the general public. What are those things you're referring to? It's a drug for one question, the creatures that strike fear into the heart of a lady. The one that often infest kitchens and the lakes. Just cockroaches? I know what she's talking about. So, Miss Pharmacist, may I ask you one more thing? Do you know what happens when you mix normalium with fatalium? Yes, sir, I know. It's even written on the warning label for the Megatoxin X, hazardous when mixed. Actually, you must not mix anything with bleach at all, no matter what. When the two drugs are mixed together, a chemical reaction occurs and a gas is released. Actually, I think that everyone knows this. You easily can make a mustard gas at home. So you must know about it, or you'll kill yourself trying to clean something. Handling a large amount of this gas can cause breathing difficulties and even death. From the amount of poison gas to breathe in, I think there was probably at least 500 milliliters. Just half a liter to gallons? Wait a second. Half a liter, it's 1/8 of gallon. It's like nothing. Of each chemical in the gas. Suspected of a pharmacist, she's very well informed. Normalium is an adhesive liquid that becomes hot as soon as heat is applied. Becomes hot when you apply heat? It also has a red color and a minty fragrance. Due to its low cost, it's used everywhere. Potassium is a white, watery liquid. That's enough for now. As expected of a pharmacist, you're very knowledgeable. Yes, sir. Of course I am. Megatoxin X is one of the chemicals that the company I work for produces. What? Not just anyone has access to it. It's so potent as a poison that it couldn't be sold to the public at all. Thank you. I think that's all I need to hear. Does Judge Courtney suspect you? What is she hiding behind that smile? But have you made progress in the investigation of something? Yeah, let me tell you. The glass cases that contain the sculptures can be opened by a mechanism in the lid. What strange cases. The temperature in the cases can be lowered down to 0 Fahrenheit. The inside of the Pisces case was set to 27, so my hand nearly got stuck to the ice. I think it didn't. So then, from the lid of the Pisces case, it added slight traces of normalium. Not bad. If the normalium was in a glass case at a temperature of 27, then it would have been frozen to the lid. Really? So what happened? Is that the best? Why don't we try borrowing the power of King's Little Thief? I think the circumstances will be easier to understand if we use our Mr. Thief. So you really want to help me out that much? Fine, I'm not really sure how this all works, but you get on with it. I hate being bossed around by this guy. Try for the truth, I'll do it. Stop acting as you please. The goddess of law has no need of your power. Don't be such a stick in the mud, Courtney Boy. Have approval of the prosecutor in charge, so what the problem? Could be the Sons and the PIC doesn't want us to find out? It's none of your concern. If you insist in participating in the investigation, then let me check if you're qualified by asking you a question. What is she planning? Who set off the poison gas? If you can answer me that, I'll allow you to work with us. Well then, Miles, the person who opened the Pisces case and set off the gas. When you think about the circumstances, as only one person could have been. Yes, considering the circumstances, it's clear who it was. So please give me your answer. Who set off the poison gas? Or what if I select you actually? There was no one in the Autumn Palace other than the victim, Dane Gustavian. It's hard to believe it could have been anyone but him. So in that way. Very well, I allow you to participate this time. However, if I feel you're hindrance, I'll have to ask you to leave. Understood. But what I don't understand is why the victim opened that case. So, Mr. Edgeworth, what shall I recreate? Based on the information we've gathered so far, let's recreate the scene before the gas. Got it? Don't scare me like that. So, name the true power of Sir Thief. Let's investigate the Pisces sculpture post-haste. There's frozen normalium on the lid of the Pisces sculpture's glass keys. Something so thick you can't even open the lid. On the actual glass keys, the lid was heavily cracked. It was like someone headed out for the Pisces sculpture, sir. Do you have any idea how it came to be cracked like this? Well, the damage didn't seem to have come from outside of the glass case, huh? See, so the inside of the case was below freezing point, and the case had developed cracks. There are no signs of external damage. From this we can deduce, different reason, that Mr. Achuro's cold star and cracked like Mr. Achuro's third brawl? Thermal fracturing. The cold glass case was heated from the outside, causing it to crack. But why did thermal... What was this investigation? I need to check. Actually, nothing special. But why did thermal fracturing occur here? And what caused it? Inside the thermally fractured glass key there was frozen normalium. That face means you probably thought of something, Miles. I know how Mr. Gustavia was able to open the glass case. It's so obvious. Why are we investigating this? But how can you possibly know something I don't? Saying the things he does know are in the minority. Hey, aren't you going to let me know? How did Dane Gustavia open the glass case? This gas burner that was found in the Autumn Palace shows signs of recent use. I believe this was the cause of the thermal fracture in the Pisces sculpture's glass case. Gas burner? Why would he use something like that? I got it. The lid was frozen shut, so he had to use the burner to melt the ice. Indeed, that's correct. Just had a late start. Still the best, you know? Late start. You didn't even understand a single thing, did you? Well, that's just because Mr. Achuro's explanation was too hard to follow. Okay, why don't you update the little thief so that he can understand it? If you say so. Right, let's surround the decoration. Victim Dane Gustavia was the only one who entered the Autumn Palace. He used the gas burner then. The normalium in the glass case would have melted. And then they will ask why he was doing this. The melted normalium would have come into contact with the fatalium inside the case and produced the poison gas. The moment Mr. Gustavia opened the lid, he would have begun to inhale the gas. How they were able... Actually, it doesn't matter. You can put normalium on the lid, froze it, put it on top, and add some water on the corners or on edges to stick it to the surface. Possible. The moment Mr. Gustavia opened the lid, he would have begun to inhale the gas. He managed to drag himself out to the fontaine patio just before his strength ran out. So he inhaled the gas when he opened the lid. Seems he finally understands. But why did Mr. Gustavia open the glass case of the Pisces sculpture? There comes goal, but I do not yet know. But how don't you know when it's obvious? As he had the same reason as Uncle Ray. He actually came to see the Winter Palace, not the Autumn one. Uncle Ray also saw that this was the Winter Palace at first. You too, Ray, actually? thought so too. Looks just like Ice's room from 18 years ago. So it got the exact same plants in front of the door. Seems everyone involved with the IS-7 incident made the same mistake. It is imperative that we investigate the real Winter Palace immediately. Should suggest that to Mr. the Best. I get it now? Yeah, that's how it was. Did you think of something? The victim committed suicide. He thought he would look refined if he died in an art gallery. Have you even been listening? Well, if you're as smart as me, just hearing half of the story will be enough. Bastian, explain it from the top later. Top? It means best, right? Alright, I'll leave it to you. Yes, it would indeed be best to let Judge Courtney handle him. That aside, don't you have some information to inform everyone of? Totally forgot. What are you talking about? We did a little checking on that pharmacist. We, me, the best prosecutor subordinate. It's not something to brag about. Shut up, you. Quiet down and listen. Suicide is, on that table for now, yeah. That's because, in short, that pharmacist is the culprit. She set out the gas as a trap. No! It's a terrible shame, Miss Pharmacist. How could one in the profession of saving lives stoop to extinguishing them? What are you saying? I would never do such a thing. It's the best. Do you have a basis for these accusations? Of course, it's my basis. Your pharmacist license should permit you to handle Megatoxin X, right? And its active ingredient. Plutonium was one of the components of the poison gas. Why is he want to sleep right now, goddammit? I need to play 2 more hours. Exactly. That chemical is almost impossible for ordinary people to obtain. But this pharmacist is another story altogether. It wasn't me, because it's all wrong. And that's not all. A bottle of Megatoxin X was found in the victim's pocket. What? Why? And on the bottle we found clear fingerprints, yours. You and the curator took the victim to the infirmary, right? That would have given you the perfect opportunity to plant the bottle on him. That's why. That's... You're the only pharmacist on the premises who could have handled Megatoxin X. Furthermore, as for the curator of the art gallery, you're an acquaintance of yours. He would have access to the gallery at any time in order to prepare the poison gas trap. Sweet! It's Megatoxin X. It was stolen. Trying to lie your way out of this won't go well with me. It's true. Look, I've got the proof right here in my bag. She is searching for? Not this. Not this either. Have I seen clothes like that recently? Here, please take a look at this. Some sort of paper. What did it say? April 1st, theft report accepted. Stolen item Megatoxin X. This is a theft report acceptance certificate. What? Yes, Sam. Truth is, 1 week ago, my Megatoxin X was stolen. 1 1 week ago. It means you didn't have it with you today? Yes, sir. This bottle you just found is probably the one that was stolen from you. And I only carry that bottle of Megatoxin X in my bag at all times. And though I often forget to keep it locked up, but why do I need a toxin inside your bag? I'll never even think about mixing it with Normalium. But why in the world would you carry such a dangerous substance on a person? You never know when those things will appear. Those creatures that infest the kitchen, striking fear into the heart of a lady, right? Just need to put traps all around you, and that will be enough. Also, you had rolled up newspaper. You could just squish them with one blow. How? They're much faster than you. You must slow them down with some poison. Justin, what do we do now? Well then, can you really accept this theft report? Let's ask for confirmation. And what can it tell us whether or not she's lying? Yeah. Right, well then, I'll just go and confirm it. Looks like Miss Delicious isn't the culprit. Indeed, she really did set out the poison gas as a trap. I believe she would do it in the way that incriminates her the most. Someone else? Who do you think is the culprit? Catherine? Predicting the actions of the victim would require a fair amount of advanced planning. There's only one person here capable of that. Uncle Ray would like to know too. Who do you suspect? The one who stole the Megatoxin X and prepared their own in advance was... I was thinking it was her. Had to be the curator of the Zodiac Art Gallery, Miss Catherine Hall. Was expecting her in the first case, despite she was just 16 years old at this time. However, I still don't have any evidence that she is the criminal yet. I see, she is. The way he said that just now sounded like he had been expecting it. Good job, Miles. As expected from Uncle Ray's future apprentice. No intention of becoming your apprentice. And I will now announce the results of my verification. Can confirm that your theft report was indeed accepted. Therefore, it's a little too early to come to a decision. It means your logic was completely faulty. You're wrong. My real performance is still to come. Really? And how do you plan to proceed with your investigation? That's because we need to speak with the curator. And after that, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Sebastian? Mr. Gustavia may have had business in the Winter Palace. I believe we should send an investigator there as well. That's good too. With gumption, investigate the Winter Palace at once. Good, sir. Justin, let's go talk to the curator. Yes, let's proceed. Should go and listen to what Miss Hall has to say as well. Alright, I want you guys to listen to what the curator has to say. You see the best? Aren't you going to go and talk to her yourself? Nah, that's a job for my subordinates. All I have to do is wait for their report. I am the best prosecutor, after all. Such arrogance. Well, listen, this is anticlimactic. I'm gonna chill for a bit. Huh? What's that in the fountain? What the heck? Is that body the fountain? What is the meaning of this? Silence, everyone. Forensics. Identify this body at once. It's trouble, Paul. Speak quiet, detective. ice sculptures in the Vitam Palace. All melted, pal. What? 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 What's going on here? There are 2 victims now. So just like 18 years ago, once again the ice sculptures have melted. Again? And everyone related to the incident 18 years ago is gathered here now. Still more coincidence. Don't you think so, Miles? Yes. The key to finding the truth of this case lies in the IS-7 incident. That's what I believe. That's right. Uncle Ray thinks so too. Looks like it's time once again for Uncle Ray to tell you about the IS-7 incident in another flashback. Don't like flashbacks. Seriously, when I see them in anime or somewhere else, I'm thinking, why the heck we need flashbacks? Why not to start the story from the flashbacks? The IS-7 incident 18 years ago, Gregory Edgeworth's lost case. His young daughter was murdered at the venue of a dessert contest, and his body was covered in the chocolate treasure chest made by Jeff Master. The victim died from blood loss after being struck in the head with a rock-solid lamp. A more weapon was found hidden inside the Lich's Kenji castle. Then, in the victim's room, where no one had searched it. By the way, 18 years ago, and he's still, well, actually 1 year. No, it's counted. He's still in prison? For 18 years? Found guilty 1 year later, but still he was in the detention center in prison before 1 year, so it's countable. For a murder, I think 18 years is too much. Not my personal thinking, but in general, let me Google it. Well, it depends on the situation, but this one... Life in prison, aggravating factors, degrees of murder... From 1 to 20 years. So, 2 more years, he'll exit it. But it's too high again. All of Dora's sherbet sculptures had melted. Yeah, in the shit. The sculptures in Mr. Dover's room have melted. You know that Prosecutor von Karma immediately drew us away from the scene. How are you gonna investigate now? What's mean that defense attorney is out? Von Karma's methods are deplorable. Well, investigating the crime scene is supposed to be the police's job after all, so Prosecutor must never investigate as well. I gotta admit, Von Karma's methods are way out of line. Defense attorneys and the police should work together to discover the truth. Raymond, you must realize that not everyone shares the same views as us. Yes, but we are majority, 2 against 1. Should one explore the truth for the sake of justice, or simply accept things as they appear? Everyone has their own view on what is right and what is wrong. Yes, but it doesn't matter, that's the law. Any subjective opinion you have means simply nothing if it's not allowed by law. But here it's just one single person who wants to do something and he's doing this. You know, that means convicting an innocent man. Both ourselves and the police are only humans. As humans, we all make mistakes. It's for this reason that the defense attorneys exist. So that souls who are alone and helpless can have an ally on their side. An ally on their side. Cannot investigate. Shouldn't we just find some other way to help? I'm sorry, Mr. Ajirov. I still have much to learn. Still young, so I have many opportunities to learn. Right, I'll do my best. Monsieur Edgeworth and Monsieur Schultz, would you like to take a brief respite? No? I know it's not much, but please eat this. Is it cyanide? Oh, thank you. Mr. Master's favorite food? Why is he here? They're all not fat. That's it. I should get in some sugar into my system. I hate this shit. But these are a little too sweet. Sugar is sweet poison. There's no benefits in consuming it. It's waste calories. Also, sugar rush does not exist. It's just conjecture. It's a little mishappen too. Sugar causing depression in addition to obesity. At all costs, you must avoid it. The same as cigarettes, alcohol, and any other drugs that you're using for recreation. Question time is short. But all of this is hours and hours of depression that you cannot get rid of, except consuming more drugs. And didn't you do this? It's a little mishappen too. Same for sugar. Sugar is a nice drug. Try sorry, it's not suit your taste. The sugar that you need for your brain, your body must create on your own from other ingredients. It's how it's supposed to do. Not so. Delicious it. Thank you very much. But making sweets isn't really my fault. Made this chocolate cake? Yes, chocolate is Monsieur Master's favorite food. And his favorite food is also part of my job. Still not that good at all. I'm still not that good at it. So I need him to instruct me. The enemy Master Jeff gets to eat Katie's handmade sweets whenever he wants. Did you say something? No, it's nothing. It's so sweet, in more ways than one. So, you seem very dedicated to your work. Without my work, I wouldn't even have the right to be here. What do you mean? When I was a child, you're still a child, you're just 16 years old as I know. You need like 6 more years to become an adult. Ah, where are they? Child. But of course. Master took you. No? Abandoned. One snowy Christmas Eve, I was left on the doorstep of his mansion. I almost see a master of my life. He became like a father to me. He's supposed to be inside the orphanage, not at someone else's house. And so, to repay his kindness, I want to continue working for him. Working? Child labor? Incredible. Nobody even questions this. I've lived a long life. Yeah, that's long life? How old are you? Where is him? He's not here, I forgot. It was... like 34 or something? 36 maybe? Long life. And it brought tears even to my eyes. The Christmas Eve has finally arrived once more, but he's using some child for work. But it looks like I won't be able to give him the present I prepared. I would do anything, so he belongs to prison, not for murder, but for this. It means sending Monsieur Master. If there's any way I could be of service to you, please ask. Yeah, you must send to the orphanage? What are you doing here? Yes, I appreciate that. Well then, do you happen to know anything about the victim, Isaac Dover? Don't really know much about Monsieur Dover, but I have a photo of the desserts he made for the contest finals. Aren't they supposed not to use anything except the, well, ingredients for desserts? Let's see, glass. I see some kind of refrigerator connected. I see some lights. Well, the room temperature is different, of course. It's certainly a splendid piece of work. Yes, and this exquisite beauty, it's really a work of art. So she used what? Blanket, salt rocks, and so what? It's the same as this one. It's counted so intricately. What? Intricately. Intricately. In this English spelling, that you almost forget it's made out of sherbet. Since Monsieur Master was also fond of Monsieur Dover's work as well. Well, these are the Taurus and Gemini constellations. Do you know a lot about constellations, Raymond? Of course. So much romance in the constellations. By the way, they are going from right to left, like in Japan. When you're reading? No, reading book from right to left, I mean, of course. Because in real life, Taurus goes first, next goes Gemini. So much romance in the constellations. For example, take the club, the Hiccups Club, mirror, and arrow held by Gemini here. This come from... huh? No strings on this there. Did Mr. Dome make a mistake on his sculpture? So I don't think he would make a mistake like that. So you said you didn't know that much about him. I just sort of felt that way somehow. So... you know him, and you killed him. Because she's hiding something from us. Miss Hall, did you take this photograph yourself? Yes, took it with this instant camera. It develops pictures instantly. It's one of my greatest treasures. Oh, I would love to see it in action. Well then, why don't we take a picture right now? Let's have a picture taken, Mr. Edgeworth. Sure, I don't mind. I'm confident in my hairstyle today. But we can't see your hairstyle because you're wearing this hat. Ugly hat. Alright, I'm taking the picture. Say cheers. Here, it's developed. A present from me to you, Monsieur Schultz. Wow, thank you so much. It's such a great camera. And the only camera in this mansion. Unfortunately, its convenience comes at a cost. And no negatives. No negatives, huh? It is the same camera Mr. Monster used during the contest? Yes, you are well informed. While he made his desserts, Mr. Monster photographed his work. After that, he took photos of all the other competitors' works. Was he taking photos at the time the body was found? The body was discovered during the judging, was it not? The master intended to take photos of every rooms, but after he photographed Gustavia's room, he ran out of film. Hold on, just recalled something else. What's recalling something? I'm still in. After he photographed Gustavia's room, he ran out of film. The master asked me to change the film in the camera. Since the film he prepared in advance wasn't enough. There wasn't enough film, since the number of photos he took didn't match up with the amount of film remaining. Well, he told me himself it might have been just a mistake though. It's really just a mistake. I retrieved more film from the main building and went back to the Fontaine patio. It was then that I heard the sound of something breaking in Monsieur Master's room. Monsieur Master? Are you in here? And that's when I found Monsieur Dover's body in Monsieur Master's room. Oh no, one more time. Constantly forgetting. Okay, should be alright. It was so terrible, I was really shaken up. Before I spoke to anyone else, I called the police. This camera kept it with me ever since. I see. If it's alright with you, would you mind lending me your camera and that photo? Sure, I don't mind at all. Here you go. Thank you very much. The nougat is delicious. In the instigation over already? He said he had no more use of me and kicked me out. Mania. That's mean. What's a rude thing to say? It's only to ensure that you wouldn't eat any more of the crime scene. So, Nathan Bet, did you get kicked out too? Since Von Karma thought I was getting in the way, he won't let me investigate. Why would he prohibit his own detective from investigating? To tamper with evidence? What we know just about all there is to know about the crime scene. Right now, he's talking to Gustavia in Dover's room. Why does he need to speak to Mr. Gustavia? He heard from home that Gustavia was seen entering the victim's room. Mr. Gustavia? Yes, I saw him enter Dover's room. It seemed like he was trying to avoid being seen. Although I have no idea what he did in there. He is currently under suspicion for melting Dover's sherbet. Just why did Mr. Gustavia enter that room? I also have a photo of Dover's room here, if you need it. How about you take a look at it? What? Why would you do that for me, boss? You still don't get it, kid. I'm saying I want to help you guys in order to discover the truth of this case. The bet is that's already the bet. Want Phone Karma chew you out again? I have no intention of becoming Phone Karma's lapdog. If you won't let me investigate, I'll just do as I like. Getting tied up in stupid rules will only blind you to the truth. Isn't that right? Attorney Edgeworth? Of course, little bet. Hey, thank you. It's amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Now we got the date of bets on our side. Don't really get what's going on, but I'm glad you boys are all friends now. Wait for that he'll lend us his strength. Well then, can we save the photo now? Right. Needs the current state of Dover's room. Well, the sherbet has already melted. I was drenched in a light blue liquid. Should compare this with the photo Miss Ho took. Did the sherbet melt because the power cord was pulled out? Yeah, because it was pulled. All the refrigerated glass cases lost power completely. It's like the power cords are connected to one socket. Do you have any idea when this cord was pulled out? No, it's still under investigation at the moment. What a waste of beautiful sherbet. Honestly, had I known it would end like this, I would eat even more of that stuff. Does Mr. Dora's sherbet taste that good? Oh yes, sir. His sherbet was most delicious. Really? I wish I could have eaten some too. But there was one piece that was so salty, couldn't eat it. Salty? It's right here, in this photo. It was a part of that lure. The lure from the Gemini constellation. It's like a bite from the lure. She's very small. How she actually climb it up and open it and go inside? Impossible. It's like a bite from the lure. That's why the strings are missing. Fine. What? Could never have eaten that much. It was way too salty. One part of the sherbet tasted different. It's rather curious. Because it was made of... Wait a second. The amount of it here, it's very small, it's very tiny strings, right? So it needs some different material. Someone other than you also take a bite out of it? Do you notice anything else? Now that you mention it, I see sherbet sculptures had these strange markings on them. I had two letters carved into them. Wait a minute. There! Looks something like this. But not his. An alphabet signature? Can't be. Alphabet signature, what a name. I knew it! Just knew that Monsieur Dover made this lure. He isn't one to make mistakes in his sculptures, after all. So, it's been troubling me for a while, but... Do you know something about Mr. Dover? Why would I know something about Monsieur Dover? I'm quite attached to Mr. Dover's handiwork. Just because his sculptures are such great works of art. No, believe that his works are very special to you in particular. How do I know that? Was your father? How old is she? 38? In this case, no. Well, it's possible, but I would say no. That's a piece of evidence that was believed belonged to Mr. Doyle, and happens to share a common feature with another piece of evidence. Show me? I have no idea what you're talking about. Each two pieces of evidence share something in common. Two pieces of evidence that point to Mr. Doyle. Start by presenting the first one, this. And now the second piece. Delicia saw two letters of the alphabet. They are probably used as Mr. Dory's signature. Ah, because in Japan they're using something like kanji, not Latin alphabet. Just as an artist would sign their name on their works. To whom? I didn't try second time. I need to try, but I think not. Right. I remember now. What? It's fan-made translation. I think it's not supposed to work here. In original, you're supposed to explain with, well, obviously Japanese words, but they translated it. I tried to use Japanese, but nothing worked. Well, the next one will be on 3DS, supposed to work. It was official English release. That was the only game that was not officially translated to English till last year. Ice and Sherbet's sculptures had PH cards into them. I'm sure of it. PH, those aren't Isaac Dora's initials, though. Nobody found this seal at the scene of the crime. It probably fallen out of the late Mr. Dora's pocket. He had pressed this seal into something that marked the letters PH. Also, the very same PH symbol is engraved into this teapot. The same symbol. This teapot was made by the sculptor Pierre Hockett. In other words, this PH is the signature of Pierre Hockett. So, you know about this signature all too well, don't you? Yes, Monsieur Hockett works always bear that signature. Since he never shows himself in public, the signature is used to identify his works. No way, same Pierre Hockett is. Since Detective Bat has also realized Isaac Dover's true identity. Convinced home, Mr. Dover was no ordinary pastry chef. That's because his true identity was sculptor, a fan of sculptures. That's right. Mr. Dover's true identity was the sculpture Pierre Hawk. I have no idea how to pronounce his last name. Hawkite? Sounds stupid. What? Mr. Dover was a sculptor? Things like signatures can be faked. You have their own original designs. Can you really use that as proof that he was a sculptor? No, but what's important here is that Miss Hall thought he was. As for proving his real identity, I'll leave that to the police. I get it. I'll have the boys check up on it. As I explained from you, Gregory Edgeworth. You knew Mr. Doomer's real identity all along, didn't you? Yes. When I scanned the body, I noticed the seal. I knew from that moment it was Pierre Hawk, the man I greatly admired, thinking that this would be his final posthumous work. Just couldn't sit still. So that's why you entered Dover's room? Huh? What do you think? When exactly did you take this photo of Dover's room? It was... perhaps this was taken during the judging. That's strange. I thought you said the camera ran out of film during the judging. Before Mr. Master entered Dover's room, you were the one in possession of the camera. And that's why you were able to take the photo when you discovered the body? Yes, that's right. The only photos you took in the new film were of Dover's room and the body. And that the case, a new contradiction comes to light. Another one? A piece of evidence that contradicts the two photos. This whole took is... with the second photo. Yeah. Ah, I know. Has capacity for 20 photos, but there's only film for 3 more. That is my instant camera. You already handed the photos of Dover's room and the body to myself and the police. This might be, didn't you also take a photo of me and Mr. Edgeworth just now? The film used in this camera can take up to 20 photos. However, this camera only has 3 photos left, which leaves 14 photos unaccounted for. Exactly what were they used to photograph? Please show us all the photos you took. You'll be able to discern your actions from these photos. I'm so sorry. I have told a terrible lie. Don't tell me. All the remaining shots are of Isaac Dover's room? Deepest apologies. So there are all shots of the ice sculptures from various angles. So when these were taken, sculptures had not melted yet. But that means the one who caused them to melt was you? Yes, I'm positive that I melted them. You're positive? I'm an aficionado of the sculpture Per Hocht, who is actually a Monsignor. Before the authorities could defile his final masterpieces during the investigation, I thought I should preserve them through photographs. Hence, I enter his room. In that case, why did all the ice melt? It's probably because, as I was taking the picture, I became entranced with his works. It seemed that my foot accidentally got caught in the power cord, unplugging it, so plug it back? Accidentally, you say? I didn't notice the power cord at the time. Now have imagined that I would be the cause of those sculptures melting. Could it just really be that simple? However, I cannot say with certainty that she's lying. I'm so sorry to have caused you all so much trouble. As long as you are telling the truth, there's no need to apologize. That's right. Don't sweat it. Great. Thank you very much. Edgeworth, here, take this picture. Do what you want with it. Didn't I already have it? You meddling fools, still haven't given up yet, have you? That's also different here. Wait a second, this device here is used for this cover, fluorescent cover. This means he violates the rules again. So she noticed it and removed it. Wonderful. No matter how long you wait, I have no intention of allowing a defense attorney to investigate. No matter if we can investigate, you'll find the truth through some other method. Always ready with a comeback. Well, do try your best. Excuse me, Monsieur von Karma. The truth is, it was I who murdered the ice sculptures in Monsieur Dover's room. What? The meaning of this, you clot. I'm truly sorry. Both to you, Monsieur Gustavo. Do not be concerned about me. Sir von Karma has already recognized that I had no hand in this act. It reminds me. Why did you enter Mr. Dover's room, Mr. Gustavo? Well, that was because... Silence, ignoramus! Who? You are not given that attorney the tiniest hint of information. Have been in home? You're coming with me? You're under suspicion of being complicit in the murder. No. I shall be interrogating you personally. You best prepare yourself. Very well. Sweet, still have some questions I want to ask you. I don't care for your sorry plight in the least. But this time, and while I'm at it, you as well, Scones, have plenty of questions for you all. Understand? Why? While I'm at it, he says. The nerve! What? He just took everyone away with him. Yes? Even if you stay here, I don't think you'll be able to investigate any faster today. Let's take our leave for now. Has already grown rather late. Hope the snow has stopped by now. Sounds good. Starving anyway. Let's stop somewhere for hamburgers, then, before my stomach joins the church. Can't find an empty stomach after all. Need to report back to Mr. Master with our findings. First thing tomorrow. Huh? What are you doing here, Kate? Monsieur Schultz and Monsieur Edgeworth. Allow me to apologize once again for all the trouble I caused you yesterday. So looks a bit tired. Has Von Karma finished interrogating you? Yes, aside from what happened to the ice sculptures, I was not at fault for anything else. You also had to meet with Master Jeff, Kate? Yes, I'm worried about how he's holding up. Get to bed? Why are you here? Just happened to be here. I'll be heading to the crime scene soon. Don't think this is a place that people happen to be at, though. Hello? Master Jeff, what happened to you? No, what's your master? Why do you look so poor? I didn't get much sleep last night, but why? The tribulation known as questioning is rather harsh. I'm just feel exhausted. They didn't let you sleep? For an interrogation, it's going too far. Hit a bet. Detective in charge of the initial investigation was also in charge of the interrogation. don't like Von Karma's method, but this was all I could do. He was the one who brought me here. It seems I was supposed to be interrogated for a little bit longer, though. I think that Detective Bat is looking out for Mr. Master in his own way, but wait a second. You can't answer a question without your attorney. So, showing from Mr. Master about what happened yesterday, Private? Yes, sir. Got all my memos right here. Mr. Master, we would like to inform you about yesterday's investigation. Yes, thank you very much. Please, go ahead. So, Jeff, it was like your spirit's gone. Sugar levels are low. That's what happened when you consume sugar all your life. Without sugar, this happened super soon. Well, it's how when you stop eating drugs, consuming caffeine for some time. My sugar levels are low, so I might not seem like my usual energetic self. See, Master. Because your body must produce sugar, glucose. Do you have anything that can give his spirits and his glucose a boost? Yes, rice, for example, buckwheat. Well, not here. Looks like you must give him chocolate, but in real life, never do this. Except the special condition when your body cannot produce any sugar, and it looks like it's what happened to him. Those chocolates, are you giving them to me? Those chocolates are... If possible, I would like to give them to you immediately. It's against the rules to give anything to the suspects in the detention center. I see. Regrettably, if those are the rules, then there's nothing we can do about it. Why? Are you sure there's no way we can give them to him? Too bad. Looks like we noticed what we are trying to ask for him. He noticed. I'll inspect the chocolates, and if there are no problems, I'll think about it. Too bad. Thank you very much. Alright, I knew we could count on you, a little bit. Truly in your debt. Wait, right here. Take it. Thank you very much. Not a word to anyone else. It would cause problems for me later. Yes, of course. I apologize for making you go through so much trouble. Now I shall partake in eating these delicious delights at once. Sorry for asking you to do something so dangerous, little bit. Only did what I wanted to do. Why can't you just be honest here, detective? Oh, sweet. It's like I've come back to life. Did Kate make this chocolate? Yes, sir. I did. How does it taste? Melts in your mouth, not in your hand. M&M's, sweet chocolates. Thank you for the tasty treat. They're a bit misshapen, but so sweet and delicious, thank you. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. And above all, it helped you regain your spirit. Thank you for your concern. The foods they served here has been absolutely tasteless, because you lost your taste eating something like this. Sweet, sour, something bitter, and spicy, hot, temper with your taste. After this, you'll not be able to recognize two different kinds of meats. Remember this, stop consume such kind of food. And combined with the lack of sleep, I was thoroughly exhausted. People live without sleep, without any problem for 3 days at least. And it was just one single night for you. The food here that bad. Just salt beef and stew. The average price in here, fair. Salt beef and stew? Average? Something super unusual. I would think about some kind of porridge. But it's beef and stew. Outrageous. Taste of rice, but there's so many different kinds of rice and it's so easy to see the difference between them based on their taste. Maybe you eaten only one single rice and that's why you cannot taste it? Try different. Buy some jasmine rice. Or white one. The one that's actually dark in color. No difference at all. You also lost your taste. Tasteless mess? I don't know, maybe it's some cheap rice? If I go to store and see like 8 different types of rice, I can identify after I'm cooking them, at least 4 of them, exactly what it is. Because they all have different taste. Buy Ben's. It was called Uncle Ben's before. Now it's just Ben's. Ben's rice. Cabbages? Oh, it's no longer available in Russia, maybe. Let me Google. Let's check this city. Can you buy it? Global Foods, Russia. Does not sell it anymore. Why the heck? What's going on? I don't know what to say. Hello, Zeno. Snowstorm? Are you in Canada? Well, of course it's not Uncle Ben's anymore. Thanks to Democrats in this country. They're constantly fighting against anything they think is racism. So there's no more uncles and aunts. Despite it's like normal. Imagine in Russia someone is stopping naming someone uncle on the street. And I thought, really could not taste anything. I see. Well, for me, it's already like 80 degree, well, maybe 78 Fahrenheit. Yeah, 75, 84 even on Friday will be. 84 Fahrenheit on Friday. Can you believe this? It's already summer here, where I'm living. There cannot be any snow. You still have the snow. Who will be on the box? Who's more? Let's wait, little bit. Can you give us any new information? Yeah, I think I can. Also, there are forest fires here. How's they call it here? Wildfires, right? Just 40 minutes away from here. Don't want to check it. It was just yesterday. Like you? But at winter time, UV index is going like in summer, 6 and 7, and in summer it's 11 and higher. You go on site and you get a skill cancer in just 2 hours easily. You go unprotected. It's actually not good. During summertimes need to go away somewhere. Black Emerald? Still don't get it, Cube. Ah, you mean... Ah, I got it now. Finally. It was hard to understand. Of course he was removed. Of course. Just as you said, Isaac Dor was a sculptor who worked in France. It seemed he went by the name Pierre Hoc. Yeah. Who knows how you should pronounce this in French? I have no idea. Isaac Dor was Pierre. How could that be? Monsieur Pierre Hoc. And she constantly saying Monsieur. They're relatives. Frostbite? I would prefer Frostbite. Because it's easy to avoid it. Against skin cancer, you must use SPF cream every hour. So even if you want to go outside for 2 hours, you must apply it at least once. Ban image? Face of production? So Pierre wasn't actually French, huh? Which is likely why he never showed himself in public when he worked under that name. But Cube, for example, hates colds. Well, I don't hate hot summer and hot temperature. Even high humidity is okay for me, but UV light, not. I'm against it. The Zodiac sculptures, they were his masterpiece, it seems. Although they will remain forever unfinished. Unfinished? And though they were his masterpieces? You wouldn't play anything? Well, in this case you can use clothes, but again it's summer when there's 100 Fahrenheit. It's better not to wear any clothes. It's too hot. -1? Kinda warm? It's freezing cold. Since he worked on them by season, once he finished Armenian winter constellations, his work would be done. Winter constellations are... Why the heck Taurus and Gemini winter constellations we are both in May? So those ice sculptures were his final pieces. It is heartbreaking that they melted. Can I apologize enough? No, I wasn't blaming you or anything. Okay, they were fake, it's obvious. This is definitely a Plunkett on the left. -10? My plants would die at -10. Also, Dora was infamous for being greedy. He would charge hundreds of thousands just to make a single sculpture. Seemed like he always had money troubles. The murder might be related to that, but it's still under investigation. So he had money problems, even though he was a famous artist. Do you know why he entered a dessert contest? Not yet. He kept it a secret, in from his family. I see. It's time. I'm bringing in the replacement guards. Can't hang around here any longer than I have. Yes, understand. Let's meet again later. The detective. Kind soul. Indeed. He never strays from his own beliefs. He truly has a strong will, but he's pretty scary when you first meet him. I see. Could you tell me everything that happened yesterday? Of course. Tell me to give you a report of our investigation. So, this is what happened. I'm sorry for the trouble Kate has caused you. Truly very sorry. Have no need to worry so long, as you have told the truth, Miss Hall. Ratatouille? That's also vegetables. I don't like vegetable salads. Actually, I need to do this as well. Got another thing here. Alright, I'm done. Mr. Master, would you mind if I asked you a few questions as well? Yes, I shall divulge all that I know. Space movies, where someone gets thrown into space and freezes? Freezes in this movie? There's no atmosphere, it's supposed to pop in several minutes. But how can you freeze in this space? Because there's no atmosphere, you cannot freeze. Yeah, it would cook you, especially radiation. Feeling giddy? Let's see. His delicious desserts had a fantastic design. However, she broke the rules, so I could not recognize you as the winner. Oh, even remember that in Star Wars, they have gravitation in space. Up until the semi-finals, Mr. Gustavus' flavors and design were to my liking. Fortunately, both the taste and appearance, his finals entry left much to be desired. And there was something strange about his dessert in the semi-finals. Something strange? Both Mr. Gustavus and Mr. Dover's desserts had the exact same taste. They had different designs, but in terms of taste, just like eating the same thing. What do they look like? There should be a picture of them at my mansion. So I'll need to show you later. Certainly, thank you very much. And then there was Mr. Dover's sherbet sculptures. Oh, they were absolutely heavenly. You have a chance to taste his creations? If I recall correctly, his body was discovered in the middle of judging. Yes, but I was not informed of this until after the judging had finished. Since he was not present in the room, I helped myself to a piece of his edible lure. But it's fantastically delicious. I was so moved I broke into song, but it's supposed to be salty. Wait a moment, please. Did you say the lure was delicious? Could you please give us a little more detail about that? You ate the lure from the sculpture in Mr. Dover's room, correct? Yes. The one that was in the same glass case as the Gemini sculpture. Please have a look at this picture, Mr. Master. Did you eat from this lure that's missing the strings? Yes, that lure originally had strings. However, I ate them all, resulting in what you see here in this picture. Shh, wait a second, they created completely the same dessert? So the strings on the lure were missing because he ate them. Actually, Alicia ate part of the same lure that you did. However, she said it was so salty that she could not eat it. Don't say. That means there might be a problem with my sense of taste at all. Problem with your sense of taste? How so? It's a taste disorder called anesthesia, in which you lose the ability to taste salt? But most desserts contain salt. Even chocolate. As I have contracted this illness. I just never realized it, since I eat nothing but sweets. However, I now know with certainty. So that's why he could not tell what the food they served here tastes like. It doesn't explain it. He thinks only. No. For pastry chef to lose their sense of taste is fatal. Even if there's treatment for taste impairment, there isn't a cure for it yet. It's probably best that you let the police know so you can receive a medical examination. Ah, that's why they actually tasted the same. Maybe. No, that won't be necessary. There's a receipt in my mansion specifically for making the cure. A receipt for a drug that will cure your taste impairment? Yes, please look for it later when you return to the mansion. Yes, master, but that means revealing the hate. You should no longer conceal it from Mr. Gregory. Yes, sir, understand. And that is what you wish. Receipt. Recipe. A recipe for a special drug. Just what have they hidden? So she knows some pharmaceutical stuff. So it was her who created this poison. Well then, I must be returned to the mansion now, so I'll take my leave. Yes, I'll be heading there later as well. Kate. What is it, Monsieur Master? You should not leave for my sake. You should reconsider your lifestyle so that you can live by yourself, even if I were no longer around. Just do not say things like that. Simply cannot live without you, Monsieur Master. Why did you frame him? Promise to wait for you till your return. Excuse me. Cute. Catherine. Master Jeff, Kate was crying. Why did you say something so cruel? I'm worried about you. Catherine always puts me before herself. Hmm? No, not close at all. There's more than 12 games still to play. And each one taking like 12 strings. This means 12 by 12? How much? Okay, some are 6 like Layton's games. Okay, in general it's 8. 96 streams if I will be streaming every single day? 3 months? It's not close at all. She collects pure hearts, works and makes sweets. All to make me happy, nothing more. It's the only reason she does anything. The good thing that they stopped producing them. The last game was when? 2017? Like 8 years ago? Something like this. Well, the next Layton game will be this year, of course. She always puts aside her own preferences and thinks that she wants to be herself, to do herself. I want Catherine to choose to live her own life. I don't want her to waste her valuable life because of me. And that's all. But she's not even an adult yet. She needs to wait 5 years at least. He thinks of Miss Hall as his own daughter, and he would want his children to choose their own path in life. It's kinda too early to select anything. And a parent would do anything to protect their own children. That feeling also know it well. Well, that should do it for the questions. I must return to the scene of the crime. It is already time to leave, I see. So, will my tribulations of questioning resume? Should take measures against the interrogations from our side as well. Can you ask the police about that? I can, but I have other ways in mind as well. When the time comes, you dependable man, I shall be counting on you. Mr. Jeff, come here every day with reports of our progress, and we'll bring Kato. Yes, thank you very much. I shall be looking forward to it. Mr. Master, know that the police will be attempting to get you to confess. I'm sorry to ask an innocent soul like yourself to bear with these painful experiences. But please, hold on for now. If you confess, I'm positive that Von Karma will use that to his advantage. And that will make helping you all that much more difficult. I understand. I shall do my best. If you believe in me until the bitter end, I will definitely get you out of here. That's a Matt, thank you for helping us earlier. Yes, thank you. Thanks for what? Well, there's no need to be shy about it. Enough about that. I suppose you intend to investigate today too? Of course, still need more information to prove Mr. Master's innocence. I'm sorry, but apart from this party, you're not allowed to investigate anywhere else. What? So you're saying we can't investigate? I'm guessing this is Von Karma's doing. Yeah. Von Karma's a bit on edge. At the moment, he still hasn't received the autopsy report. Autopsy. Moreover, the only ones in this mansion are his soul and the police. So don't get your hopes up on speaking with the people connected to this case. Karma's been completely unreasonable. He's gone too far. Not a bad. What do you intend to do? I promised I'll do anything I can to assist you. Have my thanks. Again. Don't let any of Von Karma's dirty tricks get the best of us. Little bet. Is it alright if we investigate the Fontaine party? Yes, but we already finished checking everything, except for the Fontaine. That's fine, as long as there's still something, I shall continue investigating. What an amazing trophy! It's probably Master's, world's greatest pastry chef. It's also made out of candy. Doesn't seem like it would last long. On Angler, don't last long. I think that's the lesson here. I don't think it's quite as deep as that. Where does this elevator go? To my second floor. Master and Hall's quarters. Currently on their days off, Master makes candy and holds tea parties upstairs. It's a nice day, you probably have it in the gardens or something. That sounds nice. I can an invite when the case is over. Would you like to come too, little bet? You're wasting your breath. Don't fraternize with attorneys. Many of the trophies Master has received are placed here. Besides dessert contests, he also awards for his charity work. An evident display of both his skill and character. Something that you can do without any effort when you're rich? Must get an award? What the heck? How's it allowed even? The audacity. Trophies to organize the TV program Piece of Cake for giving children hopes and dreams. Hopes and dreams. And tons of money into your bank account. Now I want to say it too. So, come to us again today. Monsieur Edgeworth, apologize for my disgraceful behavior earlier. Kate, she still looks a bit dumb. What Master said earlier must have been a real shock to her. But the photo I took of the desserts during the semi-finals. Please, take a look. No, delicious cake is so cute. It's like nothing here, I didn't even notice it. Some master also prized the design of delicious work very highly. See Gustav and Dora's works in high price for both taste and design, but see, a master said it felt like he was eating the exact same thing twice. But it seemed that the desserts completely different tastes for the finals. Was there anything else that was different between the finals and the semi-finals? It's nothing major. There was something. During the contest, Monsieur Gustav's son always came to see him, but there was no sign of him at the finals. His son came to visit. Wonder if there's any significance behind that. Would you mind leaving this photo with me? Certainly. I sent to aid in the investigations. And here the recipe book that contains the special drug for curing taste disorders. So they were not only hiding it, but we're trying to use it as a prize, so only one single person would claim the ownership of it. Like, what the heck? It's completely the same as I can say. Like they were done by the same person. The scar looks familiar. Wasn't this framed in the master's room? I don't quite understand. Did somebody try to open it with this keys like this? Not supposed to be. So the contest prize, Angel's Recipe, wasn't just a recipe for desserts. That's right, it from that participants, but since you all don't know yet, so the participants knew about the true contents of the Angel's Recipe. So, just tell me all you know about the Angel's Recipe. Yeah, why the heck it was hidden from public and used as a prize? So the Angel's Recipe contains the formula for the drug. Yes, it's a recipe book for new drugs that haven't been released to the public yet. When had never been released, they were not tested. So to a pharmaceutical company, I'm sure it would fetch a substantial price. You have no rights to sell something like this. It's like selling penicillin. Why something like that is a prize in the contest? They're all criminals here. Monsieur Master is the only heir to the chairman of the Master Group. Master Group? Name sounds familiar. You can produce it and sell it when you're producing it, but the recipe is supposed to be public to make it generic. Drugs. It's a law in this world. The pharmaceutical company could deal in a wide range of products, becoming big news recently with the release of Cold Killer X. Often use the Cold Killer products. But I've never once seen you with a cold. I'd like to hear more about the Master Group. Did Mr. Master not want to follow his parents' footsteps? Mr. Master wanted to bring joy to people with his desserts, not curing their diseases, but making them fat and obese. And diabetes, cousin diabetes. What a trash. His parents also wanted him to become a great pastry chef and supported him. When his parents died, the recipe book was left to him as his inheritance. The family of criminals. Why did he give away a memento of his parents as a prize in the contest? There are always people who were after it. Something which troubled Monsieur Master, so release it to public and nobody will try to steal it from you. Sounds familiar? I think he'll never appear again in the games. Just giving away the memento would have been disrespectful to his parents. How about disrespecting to the whole world? So he decided to pass it over to someone he acknowledged. And knowledge in desserts, not... Actually there was one person, so she's supposed to win it. And the members of the Master Group are proud of that? Mention about new drugs being passed on to outsiders. How come they objected? That's why Delicia participated in the contest. On the order of the Master Group, she was requested to win the championship. Hello, Sonic. You knew Delicia's true identity from the start? Yes. In order for her to win, tell her Monsieur Master's tastes and preferences. Why did you help her? Helped her in order to protect Monsieur Master and the Master Group, not to save the world. If the drug recipes were given to another company, he would be reprimanded, whatever it is, by the board. Want to return their recipes to the company in a way that Monsieur Master would accept. It was due to Miss Hall's help. Delicia was able to reach the finals. And when the second game, when it will be requested. What the heck, I cannot type it. I wonder why. You kidding me? Here it is. Done. He's not even playing visual novels or puzzles games anymore. Speaking of which, Mr. Dogger wasn't a pastry chef either. He sure did well to make it to the finals, considering he's just a sculptor, so he wanted to just sell it for money. Yes, for him to be able to make such fine desserts, despite being a sculptor. From the sherbet sculptures he made for the finals, it's clear to see he has a great talent, but could he really have made that by himself? That's all I know. Is there anything else I can do to help? To save Mr. Master. She's trying to help, as much as she can. Maybe perhaps have some more of that tea from yesterday, please, Miss Holland? I'm sure that would help us get on with the investigation. Yeah, like some Kate's tea too. Right, understood. I'll be back in a minute. It looks a bit better now. Harp and some markers are lined up here. They're so exquisitely crafted. I can tell from looking up they are sweet. The rails thin. I could touch them, but that would go against the rule of preserving the crime scene. Keep your hands off them. I already checked. They're real instruments. But if you can't tell by looking, how did you know they were real without touching them? You did. I didn't touch them. Not with my hands, that is. Surely not. No, or thinking it. The owner of the works in each room are written on this notice board. Who left Mr. Master, Mr. Gustavia, Miss Delicia, and Miss Odor. Incidentally, it would seem the board is also made of candy. Do they plan to eat all this stuff when the contest is over? Some of these musical instruments were used in piece of cake. Of course, these probably aren't made of candy. The bat looks somewhat disappointed. These angel statues look like they're eating chocolate fondue. It seems these angel statues are also Pierre Hocht's works? As expected, they're very well made. Looks just like the real thing. So you've seen a real angel before, did I bet? The fence attorney is always the first to find fault with everything. Perhaps it was wrong of me? It's a figure of Santa Claus. Suppose it's also made of candy. Behind that door is Master's room. This Santa is probably another one of his works. Santa, huh? I wonder what I should get my son for Christmas this year. I think he said he wanted an attorney's badge. Wonder if I could ask Mr. Master to make him one out of candy. He needs the real one, not candy. There's also some right there. Investigation is underway. Only authorized personnel beyond this point. And authorized personnel? Sorry, authorized personnel are prohibited too. Again, that means no one can enter. Others, von Karma's orders? Can't stand that guy. Next take is all the same. So what should I do here? What I am beginning exactly? Sir, I'm testing the water in the fountain for foreign matter, sir. Have you found anything? Then there was chocolate and sherbet mixed in with the fountain water. Much the chocolate from Jeff Master's room. And the sherbet that melted in Isaac Dover's room. They all share the same composition. Contain water circulates through the streams that flow from each of the four rooms. Perhaps the melted sherbet floats into the fountain. Also, someone's blood was detected as well. What are you saying? How could there have been blood in the fountain? But let's think back to our investigation of the crime scene. Let's look at the crime scene carefully once more. The bloodstains that should have remained at the crime scene has disappeared. definitely didn't get any reports about the bloodstains being cleaned up. The blood disappeared from the crime scene. Also, part of the treasure chest was missing too. Perhaps the blood in the fountain belongs to this person. The victim. Let's run a comparison with the blood of the murder weapon. It's a match. The blood in the fountain is Doris. Wonder why the criminal spilled the victim's blood into the fountain. You've gathered information about all the contestants, and yet you still haven't heard Gustave's side of the story. That reminds me, why did you enter Mr. Dover's room, Mr. Gustave? Now that was because... Silence, ignorance. You're not to give that attorney the tiniest hint of information. What exactly was he doing in Mr. Dover's room? And moreover, something is odd about his semi-finals entry. Passage of... But a designer and a sculptor skilled only at designing, so they mix it? It would have been extremely difficult for either of them to win the contest alone. Maybe that Mr. Gustave and Mr. Dover's connection is... But I have reason to suspect the actions of Dave Gustave. Yeah, and it's imperative that we find a way to contact him at once. And this conversation is most interesting. However, I cannot allow you to speak with Mr. Gustave. Karma. I have already conducted my interrogation of him. It is not necessary for him to speak any further, especially to a mere defense attorney. But I will answer your questions in that fool's place. Since Von Karma intends to prevent me from meeting Gustave in person. Understand? In that case, I have but one thing to ask him. Yes. I would like to know the relationship between Mr. Gustave and Mr. Dover. Gustave and Dover's relationship? It's obvious the only relationship they had was that they happened to participate in the same contest. That's all. That's it. There's nothing more to say. What? How are you supposed to understand anything from so little? You want Von Karma to divulge the truth. You have no choice but to present evidence. It's all too obvious that he is hiding something. Should I show the picture? Objection. Prosecutor Von Karma, I'd like you to look at these desserts. The desserts were made for the contest semi-finals. Don't you think these all have a particularly impressive design? Just what are you getting at? These two desserts were made by Mr. Gustave and Mr. Dover. I wouldn't exactly call Mr. Gustave's design skills praiseworthy, and yet for the semi-finals he was able to produce something comparable to Mr. Dover's. Furthermore, these two desserts have the exact same flavor. What are you trying to say? I'm saying it's possible they collaborated with each other on their entries. Prosecutor Von Karma, please take a closer look at their desserts. At final glance, they may look completely different, but even though the designs are different, it's clear they were made from the same materials. in that so? Same flavor and composition. It's impossible to dismiss their similarity as coincidence. The very existence of these two desserts points to a link between Mr. Gustavia and Mr. Dover. Since you already know this much, I'll tell you the truth. Did Von Karma know about their collaboration? However, what I'm about to say is not going to help your case at all. If you want to know about Gustavia and Dover's connection so badly, I'll tell you. Last night, when I interrogated Gustavia, he told me about his connection with Dover. Until the day before the finals, they worked on their desserts together. And so what? Where's contradiction? You knew about their cooperation all this time, didn't you? Why would you conceal the truth? I would appreciate it if you didn't sully my reputation. Can I explain my points in court? I avoid giving away unnecessary details. Was merely saving your time. How can he act like this and keep the truth from us? His concealment of the truth is something I simply cannot ignore. Why do you think Mr. Gustavia and Mr. Dover collaborated? Why? Because Gustavia had poor design sense, and Dover was a novice at baking. Without the help of each other, they would never have made it through a single round. So, what was their mutual goal? Why cooperate until the finals? The finals will be fought on our own merits, Gustavia said, and he ended their collaboration. Yeah, it's definitely time to sleep soon. Gustavia's goal was to obtain the title of the world's greatest pastry chef. Seeing his pride as a pastry chef won out in the end, still didn't see his room. Victory in the finals would certainly have been hollow had he cheated, so he believed that their cooperation only went as far as the semifinals. Actually, it's not all, it's a cravat. Cravat. Something like this. Cravat? Cravat or cravat? Cravat? Maybe something like this. But what if it really continued through the finals? Together on Karma? Could you explain their cooperation in a little more detail? Very well. Why? Because Gustavia had poor design sense, and Dover was a noise and bacon. There's supposed to be contradiction? It possibly... Actually, you're not baking sherbet. Here, let me press the statement. Concerning your statement about Mr. Gustavia's designs, I have no objection to that. I have no objections either. He's got no sense of style. Style is subjective, so you cannot say this. I saw him attempted to fashion my likeness with Kenji. Just thinking about it disgusts me. sure like his Kenji crafting though. A nice pastry chef, and one with no sense of design. It's only natural such pathetic specimens would associate with each other. The creation lasted only through the semifinals. Okay, let's try something here. It's not this one. Okay, let's think about it. Mystara had full design sense and Dora was an novice at baking, so that's correct! Dora's blood was found in the fountain water. It was absent from the crime scene. Not related. Contained the recipe for the drug. Not related. Different design but taste exactly the same. Not related. Well, it's related but you already use it. This is not. It's not related to this. Not that one. Not. No. No. Not. I actually don't know what should I show here. Mr. Master said Mr. Dollar what? Which means he must have still been cooperating with Mr. Gustav at that time, right? So I thought about this, that's why I was trying to use that sherbet this actually was tasty. Yeah, that's what I believe. Still cooperated during the finals. But I tried it! Maybe I should show it here? It's again different place where I'm supposed to show it. You say that Mr. Westire. This actually added this additional statement, so you think that you need to present something that it is, when actually you should not. You say that Mr. Westire, it was just a trap, and Mr. Dor did not cooperate during the finals? That's strange. Richard testified that Dor's sherbet was most delicious. That's actually what the problem to do sherbet. You cannot fail in this. Just another step of ice cream. It's no cream. That's ice. Being a novice chef, I doubt he could have done all that by himself. Perhaps the two of them cooperated during the finals as well? Defense attorney, how many times do I have to tell you? The Alicia Scott's subjective opinion cannot be admitted as evidence. There's still a chance that a novice chef could make something tasty. My wife is an amateur, yet her cooking rivals that of world-class chefs. I doubt about this. That's not a subjective opinion. Well, even if you take this pharmacist's testimony to be true, it changes nothing. She also mentioned that a part of his sherbet was very salty. which means you can hardly call his entry for the finals perfect. What? No more objections? Then no way can prove the collaboration? Sajura? There's something that's been bugging me. What is it? The answers Mr. Dover made for the finals would have taken a long time to make, right? Indeed. They were frozen sculptures after all. How would he have had the time to sculpt it after it was frozen? Let alone help Mr. Gustavi with his design as well. I see it. Just waiting for the sherbet to freeze would have used up all of his time. How was he able to make these sherbet sculptures? Because he created sherbets at semifinals. Raymond, you may have a promising future too. Thanks to you, I have noticed one more possibility. That's right. Mr. Doris' sherbet needed time to freeze properly. And the contest's time limit would not have been enough. The method Mr. Dory used to make his sherbet within the time limit was: it was prepared in advance, was thrown on the day, they went desserts? I would say it was prepared in advance, but they went desserts? They went... Yeah, no wrong. It was prepared in advance. And those sculptures went desserts to begin with. His teeth would have to be immensely strong to bite through that. In other words, complete theory is impossible. But I saw this stupid blanket. Okay, it was prepared in advance. And the sherbet was prepared in advance. All he'll need to do was sculpt it. You, is what you're mumbling about. Please, excuse me. I finally realized your earlier view was correct. Mr. Ashworth, what are you doing? So you're finally admitting defeat? No. All I'm admitting to is the truth of one of your statements. Dor and Gustavi's collaboration lasted only until the day before the finals. It's exactly as you said, they only cooperated until the day before the finals. The sculptures in Mr. Dover's room were all made out of sherbet. Such an amount would most likely need to be left overnight to freeze, which means Mr. Gustavia prepared Mr. Dover's sherbet in advance, the day before. That's right, so you realize Gustavia's cooperation ended the day before the finals. Then why did Mr. Dover not help Mr. Gustavia in return? That's why he was killed? The use of the death of no concern to me. If you aren't going to answer that, I'll need to get in touch with Mr. Gustavia himself. Was your interrogation not quite as thorough as you claim? Why is it yet Von Karma cannot change the suspect and put Gustavia in the detention center? You ingrate. You dare mock me! It's not my intention, but I do have a problem with your attitude. I want you to give us a clear reason why we can't speak to Mr. Gustavi in person. So what's the point in protecting the culprit? Clear reason? Because he wants another culprit, but what the heck, why? Gustavi and Dover's collaboration has no bearing on this case. You claim the collaboration is irrelevant. If Mr. Gustavi and Mr. Dover's relationship had turned sour, could serve as a motive for murder. You said that Gustavi and Dover's collaboration was linked to the motive for the murder? And that's why the case, why did he not conceal it? After all, we found out about this collaboration from Gustavi himself. If you really are a lawyer, show us evidence that gives us reason to suspect Gustavia. Only one of Mr. Gustavia's actions has been suspicious so far. Doubtless Von Karma already knows of this fact. This could be a trap by Von Karma. What's wrong, defense attorney? Not going to answer. But I mustn't back down now. So Dara sneaked into Mr. Doer's room. His reason for this are currently unclear. But the very fact him secretly enter the victim's room is reason enough to suspect him. He made it salty? Is that the extent of it? Can dispel those doubts? I knew it. Was it a trap after all? I was intending to save this for the courtroom, but I'll make a special exception. Wouldn't want to prolong the trial with unnecessary information, would we? Take a look at this. This is a photo of Gustavia and Dover, and their sons. Gustavia entered Dover's room in order to steal this photo. Steal the photo? It seemed their sons attended the same elementary school. Apparently, he saw that he will be suspected if people find out he and Dover were acquainted. Yes, just like you're doing now. There's nothing suspicious about Gustavia's actions. No further room for argument. He's still adamant on not letting us meet with Mr. Gustavia. I have an investigation to return to. I have no more time to waste on the likes of you. Oh, that Von Karma. Calling us a waste of time. What should we do, Mr. Edgeworth? At this rate, Master Jeff will be... Karma is... busy? Of course, why would he be so busy? But the body, a murder weapon, have been found, and he already has his suspect. Police should have more than enough evidence to prove Mr. Master's guilt. If that's the case, then why is Von Karma still investigating the crime scene? Mr. Edgeworth, there's something wrong. Seems I have been overlooking a matter of vital importance. Considering that he already has the evidence he needs to convict Mr. Master, and that Von Karma isn't as composed as he should be. He didn't even tell Detective Bat the full results of the investigation. Yeah, Von Karma's a bit on edge at the moment. He still hasn't received the autopsy report. Furthermore, something vanished from the crime scene. We still don't know why. Let's look at the crime scene carefully once more. The bloodstain that should have remained on the crime scene has disappeared. I definitely didn't get any reports about the bloodstain being cleaned up. But the strangest thing we found wasn't in Mr. Master's room at all. So much the blood in the fountain is Doris. Mr. Doris' blood vanished from Mr. Master's room and somehow found its way into the fountain. What does this mean? Although the victim's blood wasn't found in Mr. Master's room, it was detected in the water fountain. There would be no need for the killer to conceal the bloodstains after the body was found. It's natural that only the bloodstains that were found when the body disappeared. When the body was moved, the blood would have still remained on the chocolate. Don't tell me, someone removed the body and then erased the bloodstains? They don't have body? It's possible that the body was removed from the crime scene, and the autopsy report still has not arrived. Although we have a murder weapon and a suspect, we don't know much about the body. We investigated under the assumption that the body has been discovered. Perhaps this assumption was wrong from the very beginning. Why didn't Von Karma give the dead of Bug the autopsy report? To understand that, yes, I must turn my logic around. My thinking shouldn't be why is Von Karma hiding information about the body, but rather what if Von Karma doesn't even have the information to begin with? What happens if I think of it like that? It's possible that the body was removed by the police for autopsy. It was moved and hidden by the real killer. Is that actual? I heard many dark rumors surrounding Von Karma. He's a prosecutor who forges evidence, fabricates testimonies, and makes backroom deals. You heard that too, but what does that have to do with this? Try to avoid judging others based on rumors, and then let those rumors influence my opinion on Von Karma until today. Seems he's a man who would distort the truth. Distort the truth? Don't mean forgery? I do. And I can't allow him to get away with this. I must return to the prosecutor's office for now. Not a word to that attorney. Roger. What do you want, defense attorney? I want to know the truth that you've been hiding. Oh, are you trying to mislead the police investigation again? If you interfere with the investigation anymore, I'll be forced to reprimand you myself.
Objection!
Reprimand? Police, no. My objection is with you. No, that's enough for the day. It's getting too late. We've been playing for 3 hours and almost 40 minutes. It's actually saying part 4 already. That's interesting. I thought it still was part 1. Alright, let me see who's online. It's already the end? Are you sure about this? I checked the long play. It's not even 50%. Well, the part of this episode. Anyway, I'm going to sleep. Right now. Let me check who is online. I'll check long play later to understand where am I. Because who knows, maybe I spent tons of time. Actually, I can check it right now. Why not? When the long play of this game. How's it even called? This one was a video exactly about this episode somewhere. But I cannot find it now. Google constantly doing some bullshit all the time. For the 6th video, there was long play consists of just 6 videos. And where is it now? It's going down and down the list. I want to find it first. Okay, here it is. First, second, the third one. And it's just... in long play, just 3 hours. Where the heck am I right now? Hold on, it's the wrong list. Where this one that I was constantly checking? can't believe that's so hard to find. No, seriously, Google is some kind of trash. Okay, let's check in my history. I saw it somewhere. Where's my history? Can I find it here? Wait a second, I checked it just yesterday. Yesterday was March 4th. Why the heck it's not even in my list? What bullshit. What can I do about the biggest company to make them force them return everything back how it was just recently? Can't find it. It's gone. Oh, you mean only the chapter in this episode? It's actually what I was thinking. I still think that I'm not even in the middle of it. Not even 50%. Alright, any suggestions who should I rate? Kinda... There's tons of people playing right now. This person from Australia is online right now? I'll try to rate. Playing something like poker? Whatever. Anyway, it's time to go to sleep. The money? The repairing? I don't know. But really, why searching is so worst and they constantly tempting, like Funkammer tempting with evidence, they tempting with search results. To get even more money, why is the heck they need so money? I need money. Other people need it. Nobody going to company. Because somebody actually ordering the advertisements from them. I will never do this. Well, I did in the past, but now I know. It's bullshit. It's better not to do this. So, thank you for stopping by and good night. See you, I hope, tomorrow.